I want to thank you all for providing me the opportunity to speak with you about America's energy and environmental challenges. These are very serious issues in my judgment. They're deserving of serious consideration, which in my judgment begins with the recognition that distinct energy challenges and unique constraints are creating a new global energy reality. Our response to this new reality is based on the fundamental premise that energy insecurity poses an unacceptable risk to the United States national security and our economy. Implicit in the new energy reality is the recognition that energy issues must be assessed and addressed in a global construct. Today, coal produced in South America is used to generate electricity in Europe. Oil drawn from Africa is used to power cars in Asia. Liquefied natural gas from Trinidad powers homes and businesses in the United States. America can no longer consider its energy security as largely a domestic issue. To illustrate what I'm talking about, consider this new reality's three underlying causes. One, an extraordinary surge in global energy demand. Two, resource limitations coupled with increasing geopolitical instability. And three, the likelihood that some type of carbon constraints are an eventual part of the world's energy future. These challenges, the challenges that these underlying causes present are considerable, and the administration, in my view, has been quite vigorous in its efforts to address them. This administration has, since 2001, spent more than $22 billion to research, to develop, and to promote alternative energy sources and to reduce energy demand. In 2006, the President proposed the Advanced Energy Initiative as a comprehensive plan to change the way that we power our homes, our businesses, and our automobiles. The Department of Energy is moving ahead with a loan guarantee program that will assist in the development and commercialization of clean alternative energies that by systems that are providing up to $42 billion in loan guarantees. These initiatives, coupled with our other efforts, have led us to an approach which I believe can be distilled into four principal areas of focus. One, the development of energy from a more diverse set of sources such as oil shale and advanced biofuels, coupled with efforts to expand production on traditional forms of energy into areas such as the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge and the Outer Continental Shelf. The development and deployment of innovative technologies, such as those pursued by the Department's Vehicles, Technologies, and Building Technologies programs. These programs provide producers and consumers with ways to substantially increase energy efficiency at all levels of economic activity. Three, the development and deployment of low carbon or no carbon energy technologies such as carbon capture and storage, wind, solar, and clean, safe nuclear power. And four, the development and deployment of an expanded U.S. energy infrastructure to include additional refineries, expedited siting for pipelines, and improvements to the electrical grid in order to handle the need for increased capacity safely and securely. Any one of these areas that I named, those four areas, requires considerable commitment. Together, they represent an opportunity for this nation to excel and to lead. I continue to be confident that we are laying the groundwork necessary for investment and innovation to occur. The results are not going to be immediate, but our efforts eventually will come together to increase America's energy security and to provide economic relief to the U.S. taxpayer. In addition, they will provide environmental relief by changing the impact of our energy consumption and altering the ways in which we produce energy. To that end, between 2001 and 2008, this administration has invested more than $45 billion toward activities related to climate change science and technology. In April of this year, the President set a new national goal for stopping the growth of U.S. greenhouse gas emissions by the year 2025. But that reduction in emissions will take place only so long as the necessary technology continues to advance, which is an important mission for this department. It will require the cooperation of the world's major economies, an effort that the President proposed and is leading, and the cooperation of Congress, state and local governments, businesses, entrepreneurs, investors, as well as academia. In my judgment, there is considerable reason for optimism. Having spent many years in the nation's financial sector, I can honestly say that for the first time in history, we're seeing the venture capital community putting sizable amounts of money into entrepreneurial companies in the alternative energy business. One recent industry report showed that the so-called clean tech sector, which includes renewable energy and efficiency technologies, experienced record venture capital investment levels of $2.2 billion in the year 2007, up from just $500 million in the year 2005. That, by almost any measure, is quite remarkable in terms of its growth. Mr. Chairman, each of us, in my view, has a part to play in increasing America's energy security. Developing new technologies is not enough. Implementing new policies is not enough. And it is not enough to simply devise new incentive schemes or to open new areas for production. All of these can and should contribute to increased U.S. energy security, and they must be done in concert with one another. They must be pursued with an understanding of the facts of the new energy reality. Our economic and national security future is largely dependent upon our energy future.